Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Inspired Flow. Today we are going to discuss the flow. That is what this podcast is called, Inspired Flow. And we're going to discuss what is this flow. Well, it's good to ask questions. Tim Ferriss says the key is to have the right questions in the right time. It could be a real game changer to know what to ask, when to ask. So today we're going to discuss flow. That's the question. Flow is a tremendous power that everybody has ability to tap into. Different ways of describing it: divine providence, or the patterns that exist in creation. But basically we have a power within to tap into what is the flow in our life. What is the path? What is that cav, that guiding light in our journey, and how to tap in. And someone asked last night, we were in a car on the way back from Tel Aviv, went out with some family, important get together. We have the power to connect to flow, but sometimes it comes from different directions, or we disconnect. What do we do then? Or we feel disconnected, we're not able to feel the flow. So that is the real guiding point of flow, that we have to constantly chadesh, like renew our mochin, our minds, our mindset. That's the constant channel of new mindsets, of new flow. And flow is, as I'm looking at the vibrations of my voice, and there's a flow, electrodes, and different concepts flying through the mind constantly. We were listening to some famous band last night in the car on the way back. It was a beautiful BMW flying down the highways towards Yerushalayim, and we had constant flow changes in the catch of the song, from funky to hip-hop to jazz to blues. It was all over the place. And this is one of the leading, most popular bands in the world nowadays. I don't want to say their name, but I was impressed by the flow. It took me back to the 90s, where certain bands I was into before I came to Israel, and there was a flow then that these guys have tapped into, but it's constantly transitioning and flowing. But the key is, every time there's a flow change, the talent of these musicians was to constantly connect the overall picture of the song, that it had a masterpiece. It wasn't just different parts, and for example, like rap and then back to song, and rap and back to song, and you feel this like change constantly. It was a tremendous connection point all the time, and transition point where the music continued to flow in the right direction with the transitioning aspects. And that's a moshel, like an example of life, that we have to find that energy flow in our life that will give us energy, and that point of connection to meaningfulness, values, things that make sense to us and what we want to do in the world, and be able to constantly find different ways to access it, be open to try different avenues, to reassess, to renew, to the word is to, make sure I get this right. Even the words we choose, I suppose, are important, especially when describing something like this, to so I'm having a trouble with the flow myself. But there's a word, you're welcome to send it to me, text me, email me, something me, and ingeverate. Can't even get it out. Embarrassed. And that's also cool. That's part of the flow today. Anyway, I wish everyone a beautiful day. Find the right words, to find the flow, and make beautiful music.